You guys, I am shook. Shook! Just joking. Is anyone else sick of people saying shook? I'm so sick of people saying shook. It's like the new on fleek. It just needs to die. So anyway, welcome to my channel. Dobrodošli. My name is Wando if you're brand new here. I have been living in Serbia now for a year, and there have definitely been a lot of things that have shocked me, not shook me, culture shocked me about living here in Serbia. So I thought I would make a video talking about 10 culture shocks of living in Serbia that I have observed over the past year. Now before I get started with all of these culture shocking things, I have to thank the sponsor of this video, which is idea.me. They make really beautiful scratch-off travel maps. You know I love to travel. I've traveled to 34 countries, and I got the Europe map because right now I am trying to travel as much of Europe as possible. And this map is a really fun way to visualize my goals of conquering as much of Europe as I can. So if you love to travel like me, make sure to check the description below for a link to idea.me's website so you too can get a travel map of the world or a particular continent that you want to conquer yourself. Okay, so let's get into all of these shocking culture, shocking things. One of the things that has shocked me the most is when I go out to a store or somewhere in a shopping center and I've paid, when the cashier gives me back my card or gives me back change or gives me my receipt, they do not put the cash or the card or the receipt in my hand. They put it on the counter. And I know this sounds so stupid if you're from one of these countries and you're like, what, that's like totally normal here. But in the United States, that is so disrespectful. It's just a sign of respect to place the money in the person's hand. And when I first moved here, every time someone did that, I was like, why are they being mean to me? Why don't they like me? But really, it has nothing to do with someone being mean to you, disliking you. It has nothing to do with respect. It's just the way things are done here. It's nothing personal. People here eat pizza with a knife and a fork. You don't eat pizza with a knife and a fork, you eat pizza with your hands. I'm just joking. I'm fully aware that pretty much all of the world eats pizza with a knife and a fork. It's just Americans who don't eat pizza with a knife and a fork. I've definitely seen this throughout all of my travels to all 34 countries that I've traveled to, that the rest of the world does things one way and America does things their own way. And I can't tell you how many times I have gone out to eat pizza at a restaurant here and I feel so insecure because I eat with my hands and I just feel like such an animal. It's gotten to a point that whenever I go out to eat pizza, I do eat pizza with a knife and a fork. I don't want to look like I'm a caveman who has been living in the woods for like 20 years and I just escaped. But when I'm at home, in the comfort and the privacy of my apartment, I eat pizza with my hands. And I'm proud of it. Can't take the American out of the girl, but you can take her out of America. So guys, before I get to the next point, just want to ask you guys a favor, and that is to give this video a thumbs up, like this video. If you are liking this video so far, it really helps my channel out. Every single like that I get, I would appreciate it so much, you have no idea. So now let's move on to the next culture shocking thing. So the next thing that I found absolutely shocking is that people here make plans at the very last minute, which is so not okay in the United States. In the United States, when it comes to what you're gonna do on Friday night or what you're gonna do on Saturday night, you have to make those plans like a week before. I mean, that's like the nicest, most respectful way of doing it. But of course, people make plans like a few days before Friday or Saturday. But like here in Serbia, like people literally don't make plans for what they're gonna do on Friday night until Friday night. Everyone here is just very last minute, and it's something that has taken me probably a year of living here to just really get used to it. So I've learned really after a year of living here that there's really no point in making plans a week in advance or even 3 or 4 days in advance, because this brings me to my next point. People cancel plans very last minute, which is just a huge no-no in America. Like, Oh my God. If these people lived in America, they'd be pissing off everybody. Now here's the thing. I will hold my hands up and say that I canceled a lot of plans last minute, and that was something that my friends in the United States really did not like about me. So I will say that when it comes to canceling plans last minute, as much as it sucks, but it's something that I've always done. So when people do that to me here, it doesn't bother me so much because it's something that I've done so many times in the United States. So you want to hear something really shocking? It's this next thing. And it's that some bars and restaurants and clubs will close for the summer and then reopen in the fall and then close again come the next summer. And then other bars and clubs will close in the fall and the winter, reopen in the summer, and then close again in the next fall and the winter. And I don't get it. Why? I don't get it. Why can't they stay open the whole year? This isn't something that bothers me. I don't have a problem with it or anything. I just don't get it. That's all. Why? I just don't get it. I think I understand it to be like there are just some bars that are summer bars and other bars that are like winter and fall bars, but I don't understand why. And is that something that's specifically a Serbia thing or a Belgrade thing? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. So one of the things that has shocked me the most about living here is that people can drink alcohol outside in public. And this isn't something that I just noticed for the first time when I lived here. I first traveled to the Balkans in 2015. I first noticed this in Macedonia. So by the time I traveled to Serbia, because I traveled to Macedonia first, I already knew that this was a thing. But even though I live here, it's not something I do all the time. And I don't always see people doing it. So when I do see people doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, you can do that. Living in the United States, it's something that you cannot do. When I do remember like, oh yeah, I can do that, then I will like go to a trafica, get some alcohol, and walk with it in my hand. So that's something that was a culture shock to me, but it's one of the culture shocks that I'm like, thank you, Serbia. So the next shocking thing for me is how intense football matches here are. And I mean, I'll be honest, this wasn't that shocking, but I'm sure it will be shocking to other people. One of the things I was looking forward to most about living here was going to football games here, because I knew how like intense and passionate and just downright crazy some of the football fans here can be, especially in like the bigger football games. And we all know that your girl loves to attend some crazy football matches. So it wasn't shocking when I experienced these intense, crazy matches for myself, but it's definitely shocking probably for people who are going to attend a football game here and maybe aren't expecting it. And it's a lot different from your football game back in America. Everybody smokes. Everybody smokes everywhere. Just like I said in my video about things you can do in Serbia that you can't do in the United States, I am not throwing shade at any smokers, okay? My dad's a smoker. A lot of my friends are smokers. I hold my hands up that at moments in my life, I haven't had the most healthy relationship with alcohol. I feel like everyone has something in life where they do something to excess that maybe isn't the best for their body. What I'm just saying is that it's shocking to me coming from the United States, a country where you're not really allowed to smoke anywhere. It's shocking to go from that kind of environment to this kind of environment where everyone smokes everywhere. And it's harder to find places where you're not allowed to smoke inside. It is shocking. That's it. So this next thing that is shocking, okay, it's not really shocking. It's just a little different. It's just something I noticed and I needed to fill up this video with 10 things, and this is just something that I'm throwing in there. That is that the stoplights are they're just different compared to in the United States. So when cars are stopped at a red light here, the light then turns yellow and then turns green. In the United States, the light only turns yellow after the light has been green for a while. So yellow light in the United States just signifies to slow down because red lights come in, and you're gonna have to stop soon. Whereas here, the yellow light is used to say to slow down, you're gonna have to stop soon. And it's also used to say to start accelerating, you're gonna have to go soon. And I just think that's interesting. And one of the biggest complaints that I hear from my friends who they feel uncomfortable driving in Belgrade, as soon as the light turns yellow, they're just like ready to go as if it's already green. I just think that's interesting. I think if the light didn't turn it yellow after it was red, then I feel like maybe Belgrade wouldn't be so nerve-wracking to drive in for people who have to drive in Belgrade. So the last shocking thing is that nobody here picks up their dog shit. Oh. I can't deal with it anymore. I touched on this in my video about things you can do in Serbia that you can't do in the United States. Yes, I included this as a thing you can do in Serbia. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. So yeah, dogs, cats, they're just free to poop wherever the hell they want here. They'll poop in a public street, public sidewalks. Not a fan. But as I said in the other video, I've been here for a year and I have not stepped on dog crap once. I don't know how I've gone an entire year missing it, evading it, surviving it. Now that I've said it out loud and I've put it out into the universe, it will probably happen to me as soon as I leave my apartment. But I'm just hoping that I can keep the dream alive, the streak will continue, and that I will not step on dog shit so long as I live here. So guys, that is going to end this video. Those are 10 culture shocking things, just shocking things about living here in Serbia compared to living in the United States. If I missed anything, things that you think I should be shocked by, maybe I just forgot to talk about it, let me know in the comments. And let me know if you like this video, if you want to see more videos like this. And most importantly, if you have traveled to the United States, let me know what you found shocking about traveling to the United States. It's very different from your own country. So I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao ciao for now.